är still. Vet du så i brösti orroganda, gev mer av i regnum stund. Ger mer sin där som skiter, denna glimmigen av fall till di privisko.
Good evening, everybody. Apologies for interrupting your beats on Saturday night. Thank you guys very much for attending. Welcome, 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 welcome. This is your Saturday night Asatru Norse Pagan Heathen Prayer Service. My name is Reverend Ben Kowalski-Greg. I'm a Gothi. This is sponsored by the Troth. Welcome. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning here, welcome. First time viewer, well, I am glad to have you here. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Let's get started with how this is structured. So, the way that we do this each Saturday, each prayer service, we'll start with education. I'm going to talk to you about this thing over here, this threefold method that you've been looking at, wondering what this is. We're going to talk about it, where it came from, how it came together, what we do with it. The next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to run through this together. If you want to, I will be doing it and I'll be talking through it and putting instructions up on the screen. So if you want to join along at home, you absolutely can. Do not feel like you are obligated to. If you just want to see a demonstration of it being done, if that's what you're here for, absolutely happy to do it. The next thing that we're going to do after we go through that is we're going to have a little bit of a Q&A session. So we've got extra time, usually 10 to 15 minutes. There's extra time. We will go through any questions that you might have. I am a Gothi. I've got time. I probably can answer some questions about heathenry. I should be able to, at least. If you have questions about the Troth as an organization, I am the president of that organization, so I should probably be able to answer questions about that too. Welcome, everybody. And once again, thank you to our returning viewers, and thank you to our new viewers as well, those who are attending this prayer service this evening. You could have been anywhere else on a Saturday night, but you chose to be here, and I'm glad you did. Although I hope you have more exciting plans for later. I hope. All right, let's get started. We'll start with education here as to what this thing is. It's called the threefold method. What is the threefold method? Why is it called the threefold method? Because the number 3 is easy to remember. I made this up, so we'll just say that right out loud. I did not pull this out of the sagas. I did not get this off a runestone. I did not haul it from an ancient tomb. I made it up. I made it up. In 20 years of heathenry, of practicing this religion, this is the thing that I've come up with for the way that I pray. One of the things that is frustrating for a lot of newcomers, if you're out there, just let me know if I'm on track here. Let me know if this tracks with you, is that you are frequently told you're doing it wrong, but you are never told how to do it right. You're frequently walking into a Reddit or onto commenting on a TikTok or something, and someone's like, no, that's wrong. And then you ask, well, what's the right way to do it? Well, I can't tell you that. You just have to keep getting it wrong until you do it right. Well, okay, I'm just going to show you this thing that I've been doing. Yeah. Okay. I see we got one newcomer here it's like, okay, I'm dating myself here, but please tell me someone else in this audience knows the scene in The Simpsons where Sideshow Bob is like constantly stepping on rakes, and he just can't stop stepping on the rakes, and no matter what he does, he's just stepping on rakes. That is what I've seen, what it feels like to be new in heathenry. Just constantly stepping on rakes and nobody telling you the way to get out of the rakes. So I'm just going to tell you, this is one way of doing it. This is the way that I've come up with over 20 years in the practice. It's based in sagas, literature, all that stuff, but also it's just stuff that I've pulled together. So your mileage may vary, but you'll at least have one way that you know, hey, someone else does it this way. So you're not going to be alone in being wrong and stepping in the rakes. Let's put it that way. We're now going to get to be wrong together. So let's talk about what we do. I see we got a couple people in here. Solitary practitioner, then there is no wrong way. Amen. Or at least you don't have anyone telling you you're doing it wrong, right? So let's go into what this is. The first question that a lot of people ask about prayer is, which way do I face? Which way am I supposed to look? Well, if you have an altar at home, I do, you can see it right here. See my hand popping up. I'm facing my altar. If you have an altar or a shrine at home, face that. If you do not, no altar, hey, I'm not going to make you go out and buy one. Not going to make you go out and buy an altar or anything like that. What I would say is there's two directions that are mentioned in various places in the literature. One of them is east and the other one is north. I think it's Bede who says that the Anglo-Saxons face to the east, and I think it's in one of the sagas, I think it's in the Heimskringla, where they're talking about someone who faces north, or a town or the people would face north. What I've done is I've synthesized those two things, brought them together, and said to myself, okay, well, if the sun's coming up, I'm going to face east, and if the sun has gone down or is going down, I'm going to face north. So if it's nighttime, I'm going to face north. If the sun's coming up, I'm going to face east. That's my way to fuse those things together. If I don't have an altar, if I'm on the road, I'm able to orient myself that way. So I'm either going to be orienting myself in the direction of the rising sun, or I'm going to be orienting myself towards the North Star, right? Seems easy to me. So after orienting yourself, so now you've got your way to face, the first thing that we generally do in heathenry is we bless the space, or cleanse the space, or hallow the space. Now, you're old school, and if you're old school, sound off in the chat. If you're old school, you know the way that heathens have typically hallowed space for decades. It is anybody? If you've been here before, you know what I'm gonna say. Civilize, not you. Going once, going twice. The hammerite. That's right, the hammerite. So it's where you would take a hammer. This is my fake hammer. And you hold it up and you say, hammer in the north, hail and hallow this holy stead. Hammer in the east, hail and hallow this holy stead. Hammer in the south, hammer in the west, hammer above, hammer below. You would do that. And it's very dramatic. It looks very cool, especially when you have like a big dude. usually when you go to these big festivals, it's some really big dude, like with a giant hammer walking around, like doing that. I'm just not that intimidating, so I never really got into doing the hammer right. The next way that I've seen it done is with a candle or a lantern. Now this is my fake candle, my fake lantern. People go around, sort of circumambulate the space that they're in with a candle or something like that to sanctify the space. I do not have that space. Right hand right here. Right hand is now touching a desk. Left hand right here. Left hand is now touching a wall. I do not have the space to do that in. I don't. Maybe unlike some people who are even in the chat right now, I don't own any vast rural property in rural Idaho. I don't have a big tract of land out there that I've turned into a cool like vey. I don't have that. I live in a city, probably like many of you. I live in a city. Some of you might live in a dorm or an apartment, and you just can't be bringing fire all around the house, for some reason. So what do? What do we who are limited by space, who are limited by all this stuff, what do we do? Do we just not pray? No. Don't give up. Take a tip from our friends from the East. This is what I have. A little singing bowl. You could also grab yourself a bell if you want to. Or in lieu of any of those things, because again, I'm not going to go make you buy anything to practice Asatru. That's ridiculous. You can always just clap your hands. We do that 3 times. So ring a bell 3 times, ding a ding 3 times, clap your hands 3 times. That's what we do to open up and bless the ritual space before we enter it. After we enter it, and I'll come to kneel. So I'll bow first before I enter. So I'll ding, ding, ding. Then I'll bow. Then I'll come to kneeling, which I'm doing right now. So I'll come to kneeling, and then I will bless myself. So we've blessed the space, consecrated the space. Now I'm going to bless myself. So I bless myself, touch my hand to my forehead, say bless my thoughts. Touch my hand to my throat, say bless my words. Extend my hands in front of me and say bless my deeds. And that's how we get started. So now you are ready to begin praying. So the next question naturally is, what am I supposed to say in a Norse pagan prayer? I've never done this before. What am I supposed to say? And I wish I could tell you that we have some kind of prayer handed down from on high that you are just supposed to say. And that has come to us from antiquity, that our ancestors passed to our ancestors, passed to, I'm sorry, no such thing exists. However, we do have an awful lot of poetry that comes from, or at least dates from, the pre-Christian era, supposedly. It was written down in the Christian era, but I'm told that the poems themselves, many of them came from pre-Christian time. 2 verses from those poems are particularly interesting from a prayer perspective. Those verses are the 2 verses of the Sigdrifamal, the one that begins, Hail Day, Hail Sons of Day, and then the second one that begins, Hail the Gods, Hail the Goddesses. We are going to do those 2 verses. A lot of people have adopted those as their prayer. I'm no different. Have them memorized at this point, so we're just going to do them. and after, but what's also important is the structure of those, which I then will apply to any later verse. So we'll do our first verse, the Hail Day, Hail Sons of Day verse. Then we're going to do the Hail the Gods, Hail the Goddesses verse. And then we're going to do the free verses, as it were. And this is where, chat, you are going to be putting your requests in for anybody who, God or goddess, that you are looking to have praised. Please be merciful on me. I am not, as many have pointed out on this live stream, I am not the most wizened of Gothar. Sorry, not the most wizened of Gothar. Not super educated in the more obscure aspects of the lore. So if there is a god or goddess that is mentioned once on a post-it note somewhere in the back of Saxo Grammaticus that you would like me to praise or have a verse for, please do give me context as to what that god means for you. If it's more like Freyr, Freya, Thor, Odin, Idun, Bragi, you know, the ones that most of us know, hey, totally get that. If it's more obscure, again, help a Gothi out, and my lack of education, I will of course apologize where my knowledge fails, but I would appreciate that. And of course you can just put any requests that you have in the chat. The next thing that we do after we do our verses, so it's going to be verse and then I'm going to prostrate. So that's going to be, you know, I'll speak a verse and then I'll go face down, hands down. Speak another verse, face down, hands down. Speak another verse, face down. And it just goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until we are all done. And once we are all done with all the verses that we're going to speak, then we go into a meditation. That meditation is going to be contemplation of the divine encounter. So thinking about ourselves as the worshiping subject in front of the divine absolute subject, the gods. Yeah. We are now encountering them. We are in this moment of encounter with them, and we are thinking of what we want to take from this moment of infinity into the world when we leave this space. And what I like to contemplate is, how am I going to seek wisdom? How am I going to speak kindly and truthfully towards others? And how am I going to do good and healing deeds when I leave this space? What am I going to do with this encounter? What am I going to do with this moment that we are having? That's how we're going to do it. So after that meditation, there's about 1 to 2 minutes. I'll let you know when it's done. After that, we'll rise to our feet, bow twice more, and then we are all done. Whole thing takes about 5 minutes, depending on how many requests we get, but usually it's fairly quick. Each verse takes about each verse. Verse prostration takes about 30 seconds. So again, about 5 minutes for a prayer, and then we can get on to Q&A. Does anyone have any questions before we all begin? I see we have Saga already in the chat. DJ requests Thor. Very, very good. Stormy here today. Gotcha. Anyone else? Going once. Going twice. All right. We got Thor. We have Saga. Oh, Sigyn. Okay, there we go. We got Sigyn. We got Hell. Oh, it's coming in late. Coming in fast. Okay, so we got Thor, Saga, Sigyn, Hell. That's a pretty good lineup. And no, I'm not going to just go into what Civilized want. No, Civilized, we are not doing marathon. Okay. You did. You both waited to the absolute last second. You... All right. Thank you, guys. All right, we have our list. Let's get going. Bless my thoughts, bless my words, bless my deeds. Hail day, hail sons of day, hail night and her daughter. Look upon us with kind eyes, as we who are patient find peace. Hail the gods, hail the goddesses, hail the ever-giving earth. Bless us with wisdom, kind words, and healing hands, lifelong. Hail Saga, hail Lady of Story, hail Giver of Wonder and of Fascination. Saga, may those of us who live by our words, who tell stories, may inspiration come easily to us. May the words flow from us. And more so, moreover, may the words that we speak truth. Hail Thor. Hail to the son of Odin and of earth. Hail to our sustainer and our protector. Hail to you, Thor, our healer, our restorer. May you lay your hammer on those who are sick and drive the illness out of us and restore us to health and to wholeness. Hail you, Thor. Hail Sigyn. Hail wife of Loki. Hail the patient one. Sigyn, may you watch over us with your patience and your care. May you watch over all who suffer and remind them in their pain that they are not alone and that you are here and that you will not ever abandon them. Hail, hail. Hail, gracious Lady of Hosts. Hail to she who keeps our beloved dead. Hail, Lady, we ask that you bless and you keep those in your care, that they are safe in your embrace, and that they await the day where we can join them in your hall. All right, everyone, let's meditate. 2 minutes. Once again, thinking on how we can seek wisdom, be kindly and truthfully towards others, and how we can do good and healing deeds.
Á baldri
for joining me for that meditation, everybody. Let's stand and bow. We get on to our Q&A. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you all so much for coming. Oh, thank you, Civilized. Appreciate that. Hope everyone's doing well tonight. Huh. Thank you, 67 Witch. I hadn't thought of it that way before. Oh, thank you, Whiskey. Thank you so much for being here again. DJ, don't worry about being late. No, DJ, this is why we do these every single week. We do these every single week because it shouldn't matter whether you're late to one, early for another one. This is why the continual practice is really, really important to me, is because I know life happens, right? I know that people are going to be late. Look, let's be real here. Let's just get Mike real close. Let's just be really real here. We're pagans, all right? We're all pagans here. We know this. We are not the best with time, right? we know that time zones were I'm not even gonna say it. It's gonna sound super bigoted. No, that time zones were a curse invented to be sure that pagans could never be on time for anything. We all know that. We know that. I hit like a ton of bricks. Oh, I'm sorry. Is that like good bricks or bad bricks? I mean, good bricks? Oh, you needed it, so I hope it was good bricks. Yeah, no, Danica, first, yes. Yes, it is. Okay, cool. You're watching the video on demand. That's cool. Yeah, I never actually watch back any of these because I hate, you know, like my own voice and my own dumb face. So, I'm glad someone gets something out of the VOD. Yeah, Pagan Standard Time. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. Once again, moment of realness. You know, the most real thing that has ever been said about Pagan Time, as anyone knows, was the quote from Gandalf in Lord of the Rings. What was it, guys? Say it with me. A wizard is never late, nor is he early. He always arrives precisely when he means to. Also, as Kesha famously quipped, the party don't start till I walk in. So that's how I feel about Pagan Time most of the time. Good bricks. Oh, I'm sorry you're dealing with a lot emotionally right now. Crocheting guinea pig. I'm sorry. Sometimes the screen names get me. I am sorry that you are dealing with a lot of stuff emotionally right now, and I hope that the service was of service to you. For sure. Yeah, Kane. Yes, it's hard. It's hard to get over feeling goofy. So I feel like watching myself over again, then like Sunday or Monday morning quarterbacking what I'm saying, it just kind of divorces you from the moment. So I feel like just being in the moment's the important thing. Fourth question. If I have a technical membership issue, who can I reach out to? I can never log in through Racklet. Now, we don't have Racklet anymore. Haha. We moved over to a completely new platform. So DJ, if you have technical issues, the person to contact is the clerk, who is a wonderful man, an absolute pro at everything he does. I cannot say enough good things for him. Strong Bear. He will help you. So what you do is you email clerk, CLERK, at thetroth.org. That is who will help you. We are our own worst critics. That is very, very true. Very, very true. I'm one of the worst, I have to say. Yeah, DJ, if you email the clerk, he is extraordinarily helpful. He will be able to help you out with migration over to the new membership system. Let me see. Did I miss any questions? No one has asked what the exact amount of difference there is between standard time and pagan standard time. In my experience, it can be anywhere from like 15 minutes to several hours. Is there a place to buy Troth literature without Amazon because price gougers, etc.? Yeah, the Troth publishes. Ooh, there's a spider that just ran across my path. Loki, is that you? Lulu. Yeah, that's it. Lulu. So it's lulu.com. That's our publishing platform. You can buy direct from them. We have a store on Lulu that you can go to. It's the Troth. You just look up the Troth store on Lulu. You can buy direct from Lulu. Yeah, right? I heard someone say Sigyn is my wife here. No, there's definitely a big spider about the size of a quarter that just is now running over that way. Yeah. Yeah, that is where you would get Troth publications if you just wanted to go direct to the source. That is our direct publisher. Look, you went wifey. Possibly. Although we did, I think, did we have? I don't think we did Loki this morning. I don't think Loki was on the morning call. So maybe he has been on the past couple weeks. So I'm wondering if he's like him. Right, I don't think I missed any questions. Yeah, I think we had a pretty heavy set of Loki worship for a little while, but now this week all dry on Loki. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, little spider guy. Okay. I don't think I missed any questions. But hey, if you had some and you want to keep them in, you're not comfortable chatting until maybe next time, that's okay. Hey, we'll be here next time. Either Saturday morning at 6 a.m. Central or Saturday night at 8:30 p.m. Central. We will be here both times, and I'll be glad to see you then. So from me to you, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for attending this service. I hope it did some good. And I also hope that you guys have a wonderful week. And for Troth members, I will see you tomorrow. Same place. And for the rest of you, I will see you next Saturday.